Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Nobleboulders, my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play. Last episode we got a huge migrant wave in. We started launching into some new industries including textiles and gem crafting. And in this episode we're going to be setting up a military and doing some other stuff as things come to mind. I have a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about that needs to get done, so we've got a lot to do. Let's get going. So one of the first things I want to do is reassign my hotkeys. I have my new living space down here, and I need to redo the hotkey for this. So this is going to be Shift H down to F3, which is already set to housing. Hit F3, hit Z to zoom here, escape back, and now complete. Okay, I have a button to jump right to there. I'm going to go through and set up all of the doors and beds for this area. Once that's done, I'm going to go through again and set up the coffers and the chests. I just want to make sure that the doors and beds are set up first. So we're going to build doors, turn planning mode on. I'm going to put doors on all of these bedrooms. I have 18 idlers right now. That is simply untenable. We're going to be taking... What I plan to do with the military is I'm going to start with 10 Marks Dwarves. What I'm going to do with them is set them up in 2 squads of 5 on rotating schedules for training. So at any given time, unless there is a military emergency, I'm going to have only 5 dwarves locked down by that. So later we're going to increase that once we have access to better weapons. But right now, pretty much all we can do is wood and leather, and our leather is kind of limited by the amount of actual leather that we have. Some of this is a little difficult to see because the walls are a little wonky, but I do have a dwarf who's going through and smoothing out both the floors and the walls, so that'll make everything a little easier to see in here. Okay, almost done with the doors. This is probably something I could have done off screen, but I'm trying to limit the amount of stuff that I'm doing off screen. Unless it's like a big carving project or something like that. So now beds. Just need a bed in each of these. Bed planning mode. So that way. Thinking about maybe moving the food and drink stockpiles up to this level also. I can put them in these spaces here, which aren't being utilized for anything. I've decided in future Let's Plays I'm not going to do this sort of tessellation thing. It is really a pain in the butt to designate for carving out, unless I do it ahead of time in QuickFort and just import the layout. I'm thinking I'm going to do something more along the lines of a uniform square room kind of pattern, so I can use macros and stuff to just copy it over again. Okay, so that's all the beds. Beds are designated. Good there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's move the drinks up here, and the food. So we're also going to build some doors on these areas here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to do that up here also. Okay, so door there, there, and a door there, and that'll section off that area so I can designate it as a big space. We're gonna have to figure out something to do with the existing bedroom space. I might actually turn it into a jail cell. a rather comfortable jail cell. That's probably what we're going to do. Okay, so this is going to be a little difficult to read here. I believe it's there, 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 and there. That looks right. Okay, so then we also want to build some tables. There and there, there and there, there and there, there and there, and also some chairs. Field air planning mode. And there, there and there, there and there, there and there. Okay, so now let's set up our stockpiles. So we want F, put one down here. Now what we're going to have to do is actually designate a larger area and then undesignate a portion of it, just to be able to catch the entire space. And I have to remove designation here, 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 and then change the settings on that. So we'll call this one just drink, drink, drink. And then we'll just go opposite. We'll go up here and another one. There. Let's again remove designation in the overlapping room here. Table food and block all permit prepared food. And then we'll go down and undesignate all of this area, and our happy little dwarves will go ahead and move all that up. See, it looks like we don't really have much food, but saying that we have a lot, it's probably not a lot of prepared food. I'm guessing we just have a ton of plants sitting in here. There's an awful lot of seeds in that stockpile too, so check on that. Make sure that we don't seeds enabled. Doesn't look like we do. Just the honeybee stuff. Eat fish, eggs. Cracks. Processed pastes. Fats. Bone meal. I don't really know why bone meal would be blocked there. Little plant, fruit and leaf. Cheeses. There's like one plant. Not seeing what's enabled there. That off. Okay. Alright. So another thing we need to do while we are on this level is we need to find the stuff belonging to the old dead dwarf. Should be somewhere in this room. Believe. Maybe. Don't see it there. Just some puppies. Get there. Okay. While we're thinking about it, let's put a door on this pasture right here. Okay, and then we can actually set up some extra pastures here. There. And if you see this green and blue and yellow stuff on the ground, that's actually moss, cave moss. It's come up from the caverns, which means that our grazing animals can actually graze here now. Right here. We have one poult. all the chickens. Gosling. Let's put our 2 calves in here. So we got a male and a female calf. Let's see. So there's a male poult. What's the gender of the other poult? Female poult. Okay, sweet. So we actually have I for zone. We actually have a male and a female turkey. They're both of them not mature yet. So we'll have to wait for them to become mature before they can actually start producing anything. But yeah. Get some turkey eggs. More variety on our food. I was thinking too, I realized I don't actually have auto butcher on. So our refuse piles, looks like we got some skulls, some cartilage. Oh, looks like that stuff may have actually been done. Okay. Huh. Okay then. Right, so I was running into issues with the gems down here where essentially I had a bunch of gem tasks that kept getting canceled because the dwarves would pick up the bins to go pick up all the gems in the basement, which would leave my my guy here with nothing to do. So what we're gonna do, let's make sure. That's a problem. Forbid ore, forbid economic stone, forbid clay. We do want other stone in there. That's why I'm not getting any stone in these piles. Okay, so what I need to do is make it a second gem stockpile and use it as a feeder. So my dwarves will bring the stones upstairs, put it in the feeder pile, and then only carry the bins to the feeder pile to pick up the gems. So we're going to designate a little area here. Actually, we want a pretty big area because we've been finding an awful lot of gems. We're just going to make it a 10 by 10. It's pretty much decided at this point that we're going to be relying pretty heavily on gems until we get stuff figured out. Okay, so that's all that. Now, I was a little bit concerned about the state of this area here. This is going to really limit my ability to do. I was thinking about doing some trap works in here. Just in this area here. So essentially what I was going to do is make like a little winding path here, and then a second bridge here, so that, and a third bridge here to essentially force, and then I'd channel down like so. Essentially what that would do is it would force invaders to take this winding path to get to the fort. I'm a little worried that I don't have space though, so we'll see what we can come up with. So we're gonna dig, definitely gonna dig out a room here for the trader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna relocate that trade depot. What I'm gonna do is just build a new one here. Yeah. Okay. So in order to do this, I'm gonna need. Let's see. So I can't go past this area here. So let's designate. Let's see, we're gonna designate all, but we're gonna set it to marker. So what we do is we go something like that. Something like that. Okay, so let's see here. And then I'd channel down a bunch of space out here. So I have this 3 entrance here, that's fine. So then what I'd want to do is with my channeling, see. So I'd put my bridge here. And then my offshoot would be here. So then I would channel out everything in this area. And then I'd remove designation in everything but the little path that I wanted them to take. So that would be like... Let's see. So I'd want to leave a space like here. Oh, right, no, I'm doing that wrong. Opposite. I want to remove the path that I want them to take. So we want them to go up here. That. Down here, we leave at least a 1 space gap. Like that. And essentially the idea is then that would end up here. Here. I still need a gap there. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about right. But to get that started, I need to mine out. Let's turn that off of designate. I will definitely need to mine all of that out. Okay, so we got a lot of order set, so we're going to unpause. Let all our dwarves go and do all that wonderful stuff. Let's see. So the idea is we're going to set up a bunch of traps on that path. We're going to have a bridge here and then a bridge down here at the end. So the idea is invaders come in. We have this bridge closed and they take this winding path. They're going to hit all the traps and then we're going to set up an area here where our dwarves can basically... Where our marks dwarves can basically just line up and just fire a bunch of arrows at the guys that are walking the path. Or we might set it up here. Haven't really decided that yet. Okay, so there's our space for our trade depot. So let's build a second trade depot right here. Like that. And then we're going to have to remove all of those cage traps also, but we're going to leave them intact until we have our little path set. So let's go ahead and designate channel, go, let's see. Not really actually a good way to on channel to do the flip from designate. So we're just gonna have to do that manually. So we got one there, we got another channel here. Got another channel here. Another channel here. Actually, we can't do that one yet, not until we remove the traps. And then we can dig out. Actually, we're gonna have to some chunks. Okay. So now what's going on here? Okay, we got that area started. Oh right, I set a higher priority up here, so the miners are gonna come up here and do this first. That's fine. And what happened there was a wall there, so there's some area that didn't get designated. That's okay. Okay. Now they're going to come down here and finish this out, and I can set up that gem pile. Sweet. Okay. So now we go designate. We want E gem pile. Right here. Okay, we're going to change the settings on this. We only want rough gems. We don't want cut gems. So we're going to bid all the cut gems. And on this one, we're going to change the settings so it only takes... So it takes everything, right? Okay, now this is given to the jeweler's workshop, and then this pile is going to give to this pile. And then this pile will take from... Okay, it's already set to take from gem stockpile number 40. Okay. Good, and then this one we're going to remove all the bins. Okay, goody goody. Sweet. More kittens! Alright, let's go designate some kittens for slaughter. Kittens. Just the two? How many cats do we have, actually? I have the 2 cats. I have 3 we have 3? Yeah, 3 kittens. Alright, that's more than enough, so let's just slaughter those 2. Okay, so now I need to set up a bowyer's workshop. So let's build workshop bowyer. I need to dig a spot for bowyer's workshop. Right there. We're going to go and set our 2 dwarfs that we have. Okay. Build workshop. Bowyer. Logs, that's fine. And then we're going to set... Let's see, connect to our fortress, read our dwarves. We had 2 very skilled bowyers, and we're going to set both of those to bowyering. That was these 2. So let's change their profession to bowyer. Okay, and we can actually leave all of the rest of the skills on for them, I think. It means they'll do a little bit of hauling around, but it's not like super critical that they're doing that. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's a doctor. He's doing nothing. We got a lot of idle dwarves. I have to start finding other things for dwarves to do. Okay, so that's built. Oh, nope. Needs crossbow making. Construct building. Okay, goody goody. Okay, and I'm gonna go job manager. I'm gonna do order crossbow. I want to make wooden crossbows because that's really all I can. Oh, I can make bone crossbows. Those are probably going to be better, actually. Let's do that. We're going to make bone crossbows. We're going to make 10 of them. And we're going to make that highest priority. Now, I'm not sure if that actually goes into the craft store shop or to the bowyer's shop. Bowyer shop. Okay, good. I don't even know if we have enough bones to do that. I'm kind of making the assumption there. But that's going to be... Yeah, we're just getting set up for that. Okay, so I'm going to also make some quivers. So see what we have for quivers. Let's look at our stocks here. A tab to enable search. We're going to go into enhance view and we're going to search for quiver. We have 2 quivers. We need 8 more quivers, so we're just going to set a job through the manager. Jobs. Manager. Order. Quiver. Want leather quivers. We need 8 of those. And again, we're popping that to the top. We want that to be done right away. And then we're going to need to set up some jobs to make some crossbow bolts. What am I looking at for time? 5 minutes. Okay, I got time to do this. I'm still thinking there's got to be a better way to store those mechanisms. They take up so much freaking space. Excuse me. Stomach is doing things. Okay, so let's also think about some stuff here. Let's see. So let's go manager, job manager, order. Bolts. We're going to do bone bolts first. How many bolts do we want? Say 50. That'll be 10 for each dwarf. Okay, we're going to add some restraints here. Want, as long as we have agents. Greater than 10, because I want to keep some of that on for, just in case we need them for a strange mood. Greater than 10. Okay. Let's see. And if products of material bone oh, okay. So yeah, we're gonna do if less than or 50. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is if we're gonna make a new order for wooden bolts. And again, this is gonna be 50. Actually, let's oh, I have to do those different. Arterum. Bolt. So we're going to do it as 1. The conditions, if we have unrotten bone body part greater than 10 and bolts less than 50. So we're going to prioritize the bone bolts, and then we're going to make a new wood bolts. Again, 1. If have at least 10 logs, it's fine. If we have less than 50 bolts, and we're going to add another item condition. Let's see. Add just a generic item. Atom type. Let's see. Oh, add condition. I don't want an order condition, I want an item condition. I want the item to be bone. Is there a way to set unrotten? See, what I want to do is if there's no bones, then make bolts out of wood. I might have to just do that manually because I'm not really sure how to do that. Or maybe I'll go, like, if there's less than 10 bolts instead. So if there's less than 10, it'll start making both types. Maybe. But then it's going to make up to at least up to 50. Let's set that to 20. That might not work. We'll have to see. It's kind of a weird way of doing it. Okay. So then the last thing that we need to do with this is designate some dwarves to be craft dwarves. Yeah. So more. I'm getting a lot of spam from that, but okay. Right, so I was working on the trap area. Okay. So we wanted him to come out here. Channel marker. Oh. I actually do need to do this row here. We wanted to come out here. Like so. Right? Yes. So we're going to do some more channeling here. Dig, channel, turn it back to standard. I just wanted to make sure I had that path figured out before hitting the go button. And we're obviously going to have to go back in here and remove all of these ramps to get this to work. Otherwise, they can just hop back up. So the idea being we have this one wide path, and if they dodge off, they fall into the hole. There we go. And then I'm going to build a staircase like here so that my guys can go down and pick up any of the bolts that have fallen. I know this looks a little messy right now, but I think it'll make more sense once it's all put together. So let's go ahead and designate all of these for room. And hope I don't get attacked like right now. That would really suck. Okay. Now it looks like I actually have no access to this. Why not? Stairs block. Stairs might block. That would really suck. That would mean I'd have to move my staircase. I think the stairs block it. It's this square right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the stairs are blocking. Okay, so I have to add a way for the traders to get in there. So I guess I just have to go like so, and just connect that like that. Which means I'm going to want to build a wall. Here. Let's make it out of diorite blocks. Okay, so they can get to that one. So then I can move this thing. Building. Once that's out of the way, then I can finish up that little area, finish up designating this area. Okay, so now I want to go up here. I want to dig a downstair right here. And down here, I want to dig an upstair. And then I also want to finish my channeling. It's going to be here. Because there's where they're going to hit the area, so like that. And also like that. Ammo. I'm trying to keep an eye on these cancellations. Cancels cut. Okay, we're going to take from links only on that one. That should fix that. Okay, there we go. Where's my other digging a okay, there's that staircase, there's that staircase. So now I need to... Oh. That's gonna be a problem, isn't it? To build a wall right there. One here. Yeah. Okay, no, I need to remove designate. Z upstairs randoms. Except for this. Set that higher. Z X big there. And then we need to go out another layer here. Let's look upstairs. Am I going to mess that up by digging that space out? I think so. I think I can dig all of this out, actually. Pretty sure that's going to be safe. Okay. Sure we don't that one. That one has to stay. That's a way up and oh, they're both sleeping, of course. Alright, well we are at 43 minutes, so I'm going to call that an episode. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to see more like this. And if you have any suggestions or comments, right down there, comment section. Have a great day. Later.